Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about a chapter that is the earthquakes. So very nice chapter from the book. What is earthquake? Earthquake is the sudden shaking of the earth resulting from sudden release of energy in the earth's lithosphere that creates seismic waves. Now, the earth's surface which is there stores a lot of energy. When that energy is suddenly released, a tremor is observed, a shaking of the crust is observed. That is because how, and that is released in the form of seismic waves. So, there are three types of stresses that can actually affect the rocks and can lead to earthquakes also. First is the tension. Tension pulls away the rock, as you can see in the diagram under it. It pulls away the rocks. So they are called as a divergent. They go in two different directions. So they are called as the divergent plate boundaries. And they result in normal fault, while compression squeezes the rocks. It is called as the convergent plate boundaries and it results in a reverse fault. The shear stress pushes the rock sideways. As you can see in the picture there, it is pushing the rock sideways. So this can cause an earthquake along the strip slip fault. What can be the causes for the earthquake? The first is the movement in the fault zones of the earth. The force of tension that is pulling apart and compression that is squeezing. This can cause an imbalance in the earth's crust, and therefore there can be a sudden tremor, which can be observed as earthquake. The volcanic activity. When a volcano erupts, the magma, the ashes, and all those liquid and solid things which are there, they actually push the Earth's crustal rocks and come above. Due to this, what happens is that with a great force they come out, and so the lithosphere which is there, due to that force, can get a tremor, and therefore an earthquake can be observed. Then the next thing is human activities. How can human activities cause the earthquake? Activities such as rock blasting for the construction of buildings, then roads. For these, you need rocks, and to blast bigger rocks, this is done. The rocks are blasted to get smaller rocks to construct these things, and therefore, after this, you know what happens is this so much of force is applied on those rocks that it can also cause a tremor in the earth's crust. If you just see the train passing, you can feel a tremor just beside it. If you just only if a bullet also passes on the crust, you can feel the tremor. Imagine the tremor which is caused by those blasting of so many big rocks. Seismic activity. The seismic waves. Seismic waves is actually, the energy which was stored in that strained rock is released as a powerful vibration, and this can cause, and this is, the vibrations can accompanied by tremors and shock waves. These are called as the seismic waves. The seismic focus is also called as the hypocenter. I'll put on my brush and show you the hypocenter. Yeah, the place below the surface where the earthquake actually originates is called as the hypocenter, the seismic focus. Epicenter is just below this hypocenter. You go here, you have the epicenter, where this is a point on the earth's surface directly above the epicenter. So measuring earthquakes, the earthquake can be measured by an instrument which is called as the seismograph. Bear with this handwriting, in online you have to bear with this. It is seismograph. Seismograph is an instrument. It is an instrument somewhat like this, and it has a needle, and here it has a roll of paper. What it does is that this roll of paper is continuously it is rolling. What happens is when an earthquake takes place, a tremor takes place, the needle over here, it also shakes because of the tremor of earthquake. And due to that, on the paper a graph is called, like the heart, you must have seen in the doctors and all those, many a times you must have seen that ECR, what you say, that is caused. This is some from this you can measure the earthquake's intensity and all that. The earthquake zones. Earthquake zones are the places where earthquake is very prone. First is the Circum-Pacific seismic belt. Also, this is known as the Pacific Ring of Fire. You can see in the map. Then is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. This is the underwater mountain system which is formed by the plate boundaries, plate tectonics. Then is the Alpine Himalayan belt, which is the second most seismically active region in the world. This is the place you can see the most of the markings for the earthquake prone zones. Effects of earthquake. There are destructive and constructive effects too of the earthquake. So first, destructive effects. They are causing life and loss to the life and property as usual. Any disaster will cause that. Then, if the power lines which are there, if they rupture, fires can be caused. The broken water supply can make that firefighting difficult. If landslides occur, the transport system can be damaged. Mudslides also take place. If the dam are broken, then floods can be caused. If the groundwater pipes are damaged, water supply will be disrupted, and tsunamis also can be caused due to this earthquake. So coastal regions are also at high risk. Constructive effects are also there. You may be saying, earthquake का what constructive effect? Only destructive effect there. No, constructive effects are also there. The earthquake can create new coastal plains. Formation of bays and gulfs can be possible. Can be possible if bays and gulfs are submerged due to coastal land. The hot springs can be formed. So, hot springs, as I have already told in volcanoes chapter, hot springs are having the minerals in the minerals which are there under the earth surface. The sulfur and all the minerals are there, so they are in the water. So these are usually good for the skin. Then the formation of cliffs is done. The change in course of river can lead to a civilization. The water can be provided to area where this was there. So a new cultivation and civilization can take place over there. The minerals and metals which are there under the earth's crust, due to the tremor, they also come up towards the earth crust. So getting them out becomes easier. New lakes can also be formed. So formation of cliffs and these new lakes can also be a tourist attraction. In this way we have completed the chapter earthquakes. Thank you.